Ko tainu I te waka, pota tau te tangata, taupiri te maunga, waikato te awa, he piko he taniwha. Ti hei Māori-ora.
Where this originated was in my awareness of the fact that the whakapapa of our hāhi, of our church, and in fact of the progress of te rongopai, of the gospel in this land, began with the work of CMS missionaries who came over from the UK and who brought the gospel message here. The idea that I had was, let's have another generation of CMS missionaries, but this time, this initiative is about empowering Māori evangelists to take the gospel to Māori and further. So at the moment, there are two evangelists, one down in Te Puaha o Waikato, the Port Waikato area, and one up here in Manukau itself, in South Auckland.
Ko te Hauterangi Karaka tōku ingoa, commonly known as Howard. I am the Reverend and an Evangelist in Te Puaha o Waikato.
My name is Kerry Ann Hokianga. I am a Māori Evangelist based in Manukau. Part of my role, I've been called to proclaim the Word of God to all people, predominantly focusing in on Māori, and I think that this is important to have a Māori standing in front of other Māori.
It is very important to have a Māori Evangelists because of the communication and the relationship with the people, which is very important, having that relationship with the people. It carries a lot of mana, it carries a lot of weight to be able to minister to your people.
Since being in this role, the hand of God has been such a huge and powerful blessing in terms of Māori evangelising to Māori, and they are now requesting that we go into their spaces and lead prayer and worship.
A lot of the work is involved around tangihanga. I conduct a lot of tangihanga on our maraes. Hura kohatu, which is unveiling, hospital visits, pastoral care is a huge thing. You know, as the Lord said to Peter, Simon Peter, do you love me? If you love me, then feed my people, take care of my people, pastor them, protect them. And that's the call of an evangelist and a missionary.
We've seen Māori families wanting to commit to the church and to the life of the church, not just the Sundays. They're asking, hey, we want to learn about these Christian hymns that you're singing in Te Reo Māori. There's something in the words that you're singing about this man, Jesus Christ, in our language that we want to be part of.
We'd love to see this program expand to at least 10. We'd love to see some in the rest of Tāmaki Makaurau, which again is where most Māori live. And then we'd love to head further up north, and I hope there'd be an opportunity to head further down south as well.
There's a huge call here. The labourers are very few. The harvest is plentiful, and I'm witnessing that here at the moment.
I truly believe that because of how God has built the Māori heart and mind to be, that when we encounter the love of Jesus Christ, because this initiative would be able to help bring that about, there would just be such a huge revival across all cultures.
Because my conviction is that the way the gospel will be renewed in Aotearoa is through Māori taking the gospel and proclaiming it. Not that that's the only thing that needs to happen, but that that is an essential part of gospel renewal in this land. Now here's the thing, if you feel that there's any inspiration, if this has moved your heart at all, and if you have had any connection with that story yourself, I want to urge you, we are pohara as Māori in the church. We're poor. We do not have the resources to do this ourselves. And Paul speaks of partnership in the gospel. And partnership in the gospel takes a material form as well as the form of prayer and that idea of Christian fellowship. And so I want to plead with you, take this to the Lord in prayer. Ask Him, what does He want you to give into this work? And I want to ask you because I think that it will lead to benefit for the gospel as it reaches out to the whole of Aotearoa. I'm not asking you to do this for us as Māori. I'm asking you to do it because I can see the way that the gospel will be renewed in this land. Māori have an essential part to play in it. And I think that this initiative with NZCMS is critical to seeing that flourish and grow.